All right, we are back to begin the clean and jerk competition in the men's 105 kilo category here at the 2017 World Championships. It looks like 202 kilos is on the bar for Wes Kitts. And I'm JP Nicoletta, joined by Sean Waxman. And Sean, based on, if we are to have any indication in the clean and jerk, based on what we saw in the snatch, this is going to be a wild one.
Yeah. Let's go, Wes.
So 202 kilos will start us off. Wes Kitts is the lifter.
Wes has done 215 in the jerk in training. He's been working real hard with the jerk. He struggles a little bit in the jerk just because he's so new.
Yeah, got called for a very close press out with 208 at the Pan Ams.
But he can clean with anybody.
Up. Come on, legs. Squeeze. Squeeze.
There's movement here, and this is the problem with Wes, is that punch out is a little sluggish, and this is what happens to him.
So I mean, similar to that first opening snatch, it didn't, it looked a little shaky. And then he comes back on his third, and he looks like a pro.
And this looked good, don't get me wrong, but when you see this punch out, I see a lot of shoulder, and it's not that. It's like a punch a button lift is what I would call it. It's like, just punch a button if you're a referee. You're not wrong either way.
Yeah. Right, punch a button. Okay, I got it.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, what are you going to argue?
Yes.
And unfortunately with Kitts is that he has become unlucky in winding up on the wrong side of that argument. And that's a perfect example. All right, so now here's Burdick, 202. Wilson, 202. Keep calling it by his middle name. All right, thank you, Ian Wilson. Good start there.
Ian has done 220 in training as recently. He actually showed me the video last night. So if he can clean it, he's going to jerk it.
And we'll say the same thing similar to his opener in the snatch. I mean, that was a very smooth lift, and that was also the most that I'm aware of him ever opening with in a competition. He's opened with 200. He did that in Kazan back in 2014. So 201 opener tells you he's feeling it a little bit.
But he's been working real hard on fixing some of his technical issues in the jerk, and he's done a great job doing that.
All right, so now here is Martirosyan.
Very nice. It's interesting because I thought that maybe he had that wide grip in the snatch because of the flexibility issue overhead, but
smooth,
he
silky smooth,
a good overhead position in the jerk.
Nice, just turnover on that clean was great, and a nice start.
Yeah,
for Sargas Martirosyan at 203 kilos. Kitts, by the way, off that 202 miss, did elect to move up a kilo, likely for a breather. And now he's back for 203 kilos on his second attempt.
With authority, Wes. Let's go. Come on, Wes. Lead those out. Get him! Easy, short sit, try straight.
He's got to really push up and control.
Squeeze! Keep squeezing!
That's better.
That's a good one.
That's better.
Good job.
Good lift.
I don't agree with the red light.
I think it should be 3. I hear you, but it's a good lift.
He's going to be up.
And let's take a look at this.
I wouldn't be surprised with a 210 or something like that.
He'll take a big jump. Yes, he will. And again, there's some movement, but the problem is when you develop a reputation for having that movement, it becomes self-perpetuating, and I think Kitts is getting there, even though it's his own. This is his first senior worlds. you know, this sort of happened to him at the Pan Ams. It did happen to him at the Pan Ams.
Yes, it did happen at Pan.
Because with the 208, I recall it. I was there. It looked like a good lift to me, and it was right on the ledge. And I think that similar to that first attempt here with the 202, same thing happened. And we see this sometimes, and that's really what he needs to clean up, because the strength, you said it, he can do.
Yeah, the good news is this is a new sport for him.
Yeah, oh yeah. It takes
a couple of years maybe.
That.
So there's only one direction to go with him, and that's up.
Yeah, and you know a world-class talent when you see it quickly, and he has emerged. I mean, he snatched 170 kilos. What? Was it even his 5th meet?
Right.
I mean, it's insane. All right, so now we have Ian Wilson on the clock. This is a 4-kilo jump, and if we're talking about kids being willing to take a big jump, I think Wilson is too. So 210 just got put in. That's an 8-kilo jump for him.
Number 7, 213.
And now that means a clock is running on Wes Kitts at 206. He is not in that holding area there, so he is not coming out. There's the change, okay. Kitts has also gone to 210. Not surprised?
No, I mean, I expected nothing less.
All right, so this will bring up Shin Yoon-sung of Korea. He's done 200 kilos, but as a 94. So this is the first time we're seeing him at a major competition at 105, opening with 207.
And he's a young guy too, 22 years old, so that certainly has room to grow. Nice. Good lift. Good lift.
Well, that clean was work, but it was good work. And he is on the board with 207 kilos.
Nice job. Good position overhead, good drive, good luck. The whole thing was very well done.
All right, so now we have Mochida of Japan, first attempt. This is his biggest opener ever, 208.
What's his best?
16.
He's lucky he got that down signal when he did. I think that's
starting to come unlocked.
Yeah, that bar was coming forward on him.
You know, and we're really seeing these 200+ kilo cleans move around. I mean, with these, we're really getting spoiled with this. I mean, it's been 6 no doubt cleans that we've seen.
In the clean and jerk, more likely you're going to see a miss in the jerk than you are in a clean, especially at this body weight. Well, at any body weight. No. Kind of really squeeze the bar at the top instead of latching the arms and let the bar get where it needs to be. Push it out in front.
Short.
I just think that he kind of pushed away instead of driving up.
Well, he is the only lifter looking for 208 kilos, so Sargas Martirosyan is running a 2-minute clock.
And I don't see him going to 210.
We shall find out in a second.
Or maybe they
Could be a declaration.
Yep.
You know, and at this body weight, Sean, you see a very high inclination to avoid 2-minute clocks. So an extra kilo here, extra kilo there. You'll see that move that we just saw quite a bit. And that'll bring out Ivan Efremov, who is our silver medalist in the snatch. And, you know, he's opening here in the clean and jerk in his beginning half. And if I've seen him before, I think the jerk is a bit of a challenge for him.
And he really put himself in the hole by missing his last 2 snatches.
Could have been a gold medal.
Because he needed everything he can get.
And a 3-kilo lead.
Right.
Should work.
Good lift. I don't know why he doesn't clean and jerk more. Maybe we'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe not the strongest legs in the world.
Well, he did 221 in Ashgabat in September.
Okay.
He opened with 210.
Okay.
So he's not afraid of a big jump. That could be it. And now we have Ian Wilson. Second attempt, 210.
And Ian is fearless. He will get under anything.
Up, up, up! Get air now, legs! Squeeze!
I don't know if he was blacking out a little bit.
Little stutter step there as he was coming off the platform.
I think he might have lost his air a little bit. Clean pounded him a little bit. Yeah, it looked like he was a little wobbly.
Taking a breather. That left arm was awfully close to his knee. He didn't touch it.
Right.
But something to keep an eye on. All right, and now 210 stays on for the third attempt of Wes Kitts.
Gotta have a little control in the clean. Can't get crazy here. Perfect.
Squeeze!
That's a good lift. That's a good lift. Great job.
And 386 kilo total for Wes Kitts.
That's a big.
That is a huge improvement. 375 had been his best. So Wes Kitts, 4 for 6. 386.
Okay.
And he just delivered
11. Yep.
at the World Championships.
Well, I guess all that working on the jerks paid off.
All right, so now here is Sargas Martirosyan, third attempt, 210.
If he gets this clean, he's got to stop for a second. He's got to give himself
He's got to relax those arms, drive the bar. Oh.
A little bit of frustration.
Yeah.
He really did move under that split nicely.
Yeah, he did.
The clean was solid, and the dip.
It looked good. It just.
And yeah, you see that? And he knew it. He knew it was a good effort.
Lowers 211 kilos now.
And Wilson has moved up, and this is the kind of thing that we see from Wilson. You know, he's wild.
He's a gunslinger.
He is. All right, so now we're seeing some movement. Gasparinov had been introduced. He moved up. Efremov is being introduced, and there's the change going in for him. He'll be moving up again, so that's going to bring us back to Ian Wilson. And Wilson, over his career, we've seen him in some, dicey spots. We've seen him work his way out of some wild saves. But historically, the third attempt clean and jerk has been a bugaboo for him. He has tried 216. This year, here he is with 211, third attempt.
Squeeze!
Yeah, it looks like he just had a hard time keeping his air.
So a little too much today at 211 for Ian Wilson. He will finish with 367. And now 213 is likely going to change. I think they're going to announce Soleimani, but he doesn't look like he's interested in moving just yet. 214. Gasparinov.
Bulgaria, attempt.
There's Ali Yashuni. He doesn't have too much on there yet. What was that 120? I just caught that. All right, so now here is Vasil Gasparinov of Bulgaria. First attempt, 214 kilos. No. All right, no lift there for Gasparinov. Is that the first missed clean?
Yeah, yes. It's the first missed clean. So you don't see it very often.
Yeah.
That's a bad sign for your opener. Either something's wrong or it's the wrong, or it's too heavy. What's his best?
22.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't too heavy.
And he did that off a 210 opener. I love the heavyweights, man. Open 210, go 222.
Why not?
So Vasil Gasparinov is running a 2-minute clock on his second attempt. He will get time if he goes to 215. Yeah, to 215. There are several lifters sitting on 215 right now. And you see that reaction?
But he did it on both legs, so I don't know, maybe he's just sensitive.
Well, that's Ivan Ivanov. Maybe he's just strong.
Yeah, good point.
It's like Iron Fist.
Yeah, Ivan Ivanov was an unbelievable lifter.
All right, so Gasparinov is going to come back and follow himself here. 214 kilos. He is one of the 4 lifters who missed his first 2 attempts in the snatch. Then pulled off a third.
Boy, he just has a real slow explosion. Good.
But that is a good lift.
Yeah, his clean it looks heavy.
Yep, but he got it done.
Yeah.
And that will, for now, give him a 392 kilo total and move him into second overall. So, I mean, it's a good lift and you watch it, but you're looking at it from the razor's eye of a coach, right? But if somebody new to weightlifting sees that lift, your answer is it's a good lift, bad lift?
Yeah, it's a good lift. It's just, I'm saying, what's next? You know, he has another attempt, and I'm thinking, I don't know how much more he's got.
Okay.
Look, you get 3 white lights, it's a good lift. I don't care how it looks. But then I look at, you know, how can he make more?
And there were some flaws there that concern you, I think. So
the speed in that explosion, it's just real slow to get the hips to the bar. Just when you get up to a certain point, you're not going to be able to make those lifts. But maybe he's got he's got another gear. We hope.
We hope. So now here is Ali Raza Soleimani of the Islamic Republic of Iran. First attempt, 215.
Oh.
Nope.
Beautiful jerk.
Smooth lift. Good start for Soleimani at 215.
I've never seen him lift before, so I don't know. Yeah. I like to keep the hips down a little bit more to get more use out of the legs. But look, if he can do it that way and keep on getting more weight on the bar, then have at it.
His best is 391. He's done 210. You know, he doesn't have a huge resume of international competition. That's how deep the team from Iran is. And here he is at the World Championships opening with 215. So, all right, so now we have his countrymate, Ali Hashemi, our gold medalist in the snatch. If successful here, will obviously move into the lead in total with 2 attempts in hand. You got to figure if he makes this, it'll give him a 398. That's going to make things pretty tough to beat. Not a guaranteed win, but probably a guaranteed placement on the medal stand in total.
It's like his coach was giving him a clinic before he went out there.
نیمخیز بگیری وزنه رو سری بلند شو عجله نکن پا جلو سر تو عجله نکن
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Great start to the series for Hashemi, and you have to think he's on his way.
Yeah, I mean, talk about fast through the middle.
This is it.
That's it right there. Really fast. There's energy in and energy out. You know, more energy you could put into that explosion, more energy you're going to have to get down to the bottom. You know, if you're slow to the bar, then you're going to be slow to the bottom.
Yeah, and something I noticed there on him is a higher connection point. Something that I think that you like technically. Yes. You know, the bar meets him in the clean, like sort of high in the hip almost. We'll see what we'll look at that again on his second attempt. But now we've got the second attempt of Jin Yin-sung.
Oh, I'm surprised at that.
7 kilo jump.
Looks like he might be hurt. No.
So he'll get a breather, and now we'll bring back Ivan Efremov of Uzbekistan.
Well, we had a question about his leg strength. We'll see it here if there's a problem.
5-kilo jump from his opener. I think of everyone in this field, he has posted the highest total in his career. 414.
I'd imagine that was a while ago.
No, the Olympics.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was better. That was a better lift.
I'm curious to see what will happen here with the jerk.
You think he got an arm in there?
Too, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it was slight, but I think there was movement as he hit the bottom position. I think there was an extension after his body hit the bottom of the split position. His arm moved. Watch. There. It's so slight.
Oh,
but
boy, I'll tell you.
219.
But I sort of saw it, and 2 referees unfortunately did too. So no lift there for Efremov.
Since I have an athlete in the next session, I'll reserve my comments.
That 215 for Efremov would not have been enough to move ahead of Hashimi. So now he's got a decision to make. I think you have to play for the lift.
You got to get. I think
you got to play for the 215. But now we're going to stay with 215 one more time. And we're going to bring back Jin Yoon-sung of Korea. This is his 3rd and final attempt. So we'll give him 395 kilos.
Like if he can get his elbows up a little bit higher, he can keep that weight on there. I can't tell if it's forward or not. It's unfortunate. So you see, he was in a pretty good position after the snatch.
He was snatched 180. And if you could believe it, that was 5th. But for now, that will close out his day. 2 for 6, 387 kilo total has him sitting in 6th. And now we will see the lifter from Korea
with his opening attempt.
So he up.
And he needs everything he can get because he didn't do so hot in the snatch. Only mustered his opener at 172.
In Houston, he opened with 215 and bombed. He should not have that problem here. Good lift by majority decision. For everyone at home, don't look at the lights.
Right. Fake it till you make it, folks. Fake it till you make it.
Walk off stage like you know it's yours.
I don't see the problem, but
it's a good lift. I think he might have, an arm lock issue with that right arm. Let's take a look at, where the next ones were when the bar gets heavier.
Right.
How that looks. All right, so now 217 will be the weight for Arturs Plesnieks of Latvia. This will move him into 2nd. He too snatched 180. This would give him a 397 kilo total.
very nice lift.
Good start to the series there for Plesnieks, and now sitting just 1 kilo behind the leader, Ali Hashemi.
You know, it's a great lift.
He's in the game.
I wonder, is Salwan going to come out for this, do you think? Oh, he is coming out for this. He's out there.
Salwan Alafieri of Iraq, 217 kilo opener. Let's see if he's got that defined foot stop in the clean as he did with the snatch.
Boy, I don't know if he can. In fact, it's the opposite. I'm not sure, but I don't think he moves his feet at all.
In the clean.
In the clean.
Wasn't expecting that.
No.
And this jerk, when he punched out, did his hips go back? Was he behind it?
It just didn't. It didn't look. It just
when he started to recover.
It looked like that back foot just came too far back. Didn't stop. He kept on going. Nobody wants to kind of grab this competition by the throat and take it away.
Well, Ryunosuke Mochida may not be able to, even though taking a 9-kilo jump here from his opener. He's been in the back a while.
He's so far behind
in the snatch. He snatched 165.
It's not going to matter. I think he might have driven that a little bit in front. I mean, it was nice. He had a nice reaction with the bar and the dip, at the bottom of the dip. It looks like everything was a little bit forward.
Yeah, and this clean's, really nice. Maybe a little high before he extends, but what's crazy? I mean, this is a 51-kilo spread from his third attempt snatch. And
not ideal.
Although huge, it's not going to allow him to be a factor in the total.
It needs to be about 71 if he's going to be a factor.
171.
Yeah, it needs to be 71-kilo spread. Oh, wow.
No lift there for Alafieri. You don't mean that. You don't want a 70-kilo spread.
No, you don't. But for him.
Oh, for him to win today. Yes. I'm sorry. You did have that right. Okay.
So Salwan's really shooting himself in the foot here.
Yeah. All right. So now Ivan Efremov missed his second attempt with 215 kilos, has decided to move up to 217, and he's throwing his chips all in on this lift.
This will put him in the lead.
Overall,
but Ali Hashemi still has 2 attempts left.
But if he misses here,
it's
probably not going to happen.
No. Great clean. Yes, beautiful. Nice lift.
And in a crucial spot in this competition, Ivan Efremov just delivered on a 217-kilo effort, and that will give him a 399-kilo total to move him ahead of Ali Hashemi now.
But unfortunately, all the people that he just stepped over all have attempts left. Multiple.
Things will have to go his way.
Right.
His fate is not in his hands, but in the spot that he needed to be in, he delivered. So nice job there for Ivan Efremov. And in the series of head-scratching decisions that we've seen in this session, Salwan Alafieri has moved up to 220 after not even getting underneath the clean with 217. And we have 218 kilos on the bar for Mochida, who missed 217.
Well, and that 220 doesn't even, well, if you're going to go, you might as well go all the way.
I think he's going to wait and see.
Yeah.
Ryunosuke Mochida, third attempt, 218 kilos.
He's close. He's close. He's close.
So that will close out his day with a 2 for 6 performance, 373 kilo total. Yep, it's right there.
I mean, both those are real close. So I think we're going to see
Michalski.
Yep, Michalski come out on his opener 220.
Arkadiusz Michalski, 400 kilo total in 2015. I'm sorry, 398 in 2015 in Houston, 400 at the Olympics. He is consistently, you know, north of 380.
This will put him in fourth, I believe.
393 kilo total with 2 attempts.
Yep.
But if he wants to get in this thing, he's got to start with a make.
Boy, that looked like an opener.
Yeah. You see just how that bar was just bouncing. He rode that perfectly from the shoulders to overhead. He's walking off the stage like it was an opener. Spartanov is on the clock.
Well, it doesn't look like they're in any hurry to get out here.
Which is interesting.
I just think he realized.
I don't think he was sure of how much time he had. All right, so here is the second attempt of Gospodinov. Missed his opener with 214, made it. Now a 6 kilo jump to 220. All right, well, the clock is still going to run here. It looks like something's bothering him, but it is not an attempt until
it goes past the knee.
So he broke the bar from the ground.
He's got no interest in doing it.
Now he's left. But what has to happen here is the 40 seconds that are remaining, 40 seconds or so on this clock, will run out. He did not make an attempt on that lift. You can remove the bar from the ground, but so long as it doesn't pass the knee, it's not considered an attempt. So it's usually not a good sign when a lifter does that. I can probably count on one hand the number of times I've seen somebody in 20 or so years take the bar from the ground, drop it back down, and you know, reset and make it, but it can happen. In any case there, Gospodinov walked right off the stage. He knew 220 was not to be today.
What's his best in the past? 221, you said?
222.
Okay.
So that's no lift, and clearly something's bothering him. He knew, he just couldn't do it. So with that, Vasil Gospodinov will be credited with his second attempt with 214 kilos, and he'll finish the day with a 392 kilo total. And we now have 221 kilos for Ali Hashemi. 3 lifters have 2 attempts remaining, so 4 lifters have 2 attempts remaining. So it looks like Hashemi is going to have to front run this.
Yes.
He's going to have to get as far ahead as he can to make things uncomfortable for the field.
And this will put him at the 404,
which will go a long way to making things difficult.
تو را بگیر وزنه رو سری بلند شو چرخش آرنج علی سر بگیر با آرنج کم نبود بیا بالا با دقت پا جلو پرتاب
Oh, boy, that makes me nervous.
He can fight.
Yeah.
That looked like a near max clean, though.
I agree.
And that was a grinder. So I'll be curious to see if they try to get him back out on this platform as soon as they can. And what you see there is it's good technique to bend your back leg.
Absolutely.
But you don't want to be driven down into the platform.
You get to a point of no return at a certain point.
So that is a costly miss for Ali Hashemi, and we're in range now where the lifters alive can start changing the lead. And Arturs Plesniaks is the first of those lifters. If he's successful with 221, he will have a 401 kilo total and move ahead of the leader, Ali Hashemi, who is sitting on Al Fury. No, Hashemi.
398. 99.
Wow. He does have another attempt, so he'll be back.
But Efremov is in the lead at 399.
99, but he's done, right?
Right. He's in the clubhouse.
So Hashemi has to make a third clean and try to get ahead of Efremov, and now, we've got 5 guys who can win this thing.
Right. Now, I don't know what to expect on this.
Well, he's going to need it to post a total, and if he does, he'll move into the lead in the clean and jerk. Ultimately, this will put him in 3rd overall, but he's got to make this just to have a total. Now, his foot slipped there in the back. And you're right, Sean, in the clean, he barely moves his feet. And it's crazy to think, like, after that pronounced foot stomp,
right,
while executing his snatches, to have almost no foot movement in the clean. Very different. So there's your leader, Ivan Efremov.
And all he can do is watch right now because he has no control over the outcome.
And this is one of the lifts that he is watching closely, because if successful here, Hashemi will move ahead of Efremov. This will give him a 404 total.
So I don't know how this is going to turn out, but he's going to fight, that's for sure. That was actually easier.
That was a huge lift for Ali Hashemi. Off a miss with 221. He comes back and makes it. And he closes out the day with a 404 kilo total. And the line is in the sand for everybody else to try to get across.
I mean, the heart of a lion here. Man, what a great comeback. Fantastic. That's just great.
We will see if this holds up. He now has an 11 kilo lead on the next closest competitor. Michalski. No. Plesniak's 397.
Yeah. Boy, he's going to be, based on what these competitors have already taken, 404 is going to be a tough number to beat.
Well, Plesniak's is going to need 225. He's got one attempt left. Unless one of the others, yeah, I mean, Plesniak's is taking 225.
Right.
It would be crazy not to. And now you've got Soleimani, who, if successful here, will move into third overall and probably try to set himself up for a third attempt shot. So now here's 222. So we'll give him 399 if successful.
Oh, that just doesn't fare well.
So that may help Ivan Efremov's bid to stay on the podium. That will help Ali Hashemi's bid to stay in first. And now we have So Hyuk of Korea. He snatched 72.
This will give him 394.
Yeah, and that's
still.
He's playing for a medal in the clean and jerk.
Right. Because he's not going to get one in the total.
Watch that right arm. No issue.
Great.
And this is like the first time on an international stage that he's made more than 2 lifts. 3 lifts.
Well, he made that one with authority. That was excellent.
And he's got another attempt remaining. Plesniak's, well, he missed 21. So he's only going to take the 1 kilo jump here.
It doesn't guarantee him third, though, does it?
No.
Boy, I don't get this call. I missed the World Championships. You got to go for a medal.
This will give him 402 and move him ahead of Efremov, but behind Hashemi, who's sitting on 404.
Nice.
Hopefully this goes his way. And it does by majority decision. Good lift for Arturs Plesniaks. And I guess the decision, Sean, was to try to secure a spot on the medal stand as opposed to win.
That's fine. I mean, I don't have a problem with that,
Yeah.
actually. I misread the numbers.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good call.
And if you think about it, it's a choice. Do you want to gamble for gold, or do you want to try to posture the best you can to hang on to the medal stand?
The idea is to get a medal.
And that's what I think Plesniaks will do with that make. He now has a 402. Now,
right.
he might get bounced down to third, but I think it looks pretty good that that'll be the worst case scenario for him. All right, so now Ali Reza Soleimani, third attempt, 223.
Much better.
No lift there for Soleimani. He'll be credited with 392 and finish with 215 and finish with 392. And now this becomes Michalski's show. 2 attempts to win. You have so he with one attempt, and he can play for a medal in the clean and jerk.
Right.
That's fine. That's great. Go ahead and do that. But now this thing is all about Michalski and whether or not he can use his 2 attempts to hunt down 404. He currently has 393. He'll need 405 to win.
So third place. He's going past third place right now.
So what does he have here? 227. He needs 232 to win. 227 will put him into third and guarantee him a bronze. So this is guarantee the podium, then go for the win.
Yes.
That's what Michalski is doing right now. 227, second attempt.
Well, he's got one more attempt for the medal.
And I think a sigh of relief may have just gone through Ali Hashemi and Efremov, but Efremov still a little more in doubt than Hashemi. There's no question Hashemi is going to win a medal. The color of it will be determined by the decision and ultimately outcome of Michalski's third attempt, and he just missed that 227. And I mentioned he needs 232. He needs 5 more kilos to win.
Winning's not right now in his mind. Right now it's getting a medal.
All right, so then what does it mean for the silver medal? He'll need 403 to get there. And with the 173 snatch, that means 230.
Bronze.
So it's not much of a better option, really, if you think about it.
No.
And if this 227 holds up for Michalski, that means we are looking at our 2017 world champion at 105, which means it'll be 2 in a row for the Islamic Republic of Iran. And Plesniak's sitting in second is keenly interested in the outcome. Well, again, or in the outcome of Michalski's choice. If Michalski hits the platform at 227, Plesniak's is locked as the silver medalist, and it'll be Efremov who'll be in danger again. So he has a third attempt, and he could take a poke at something, but to win the gold in the clean and jerk. But he really can't get into this thing, I don't think.
No, this is a battle. This is a battle with himself for third place.
Although 228 does give he a 400 kilo total, he might be willing to take a wild jump, 10 kilo or so, he'd need 403 to...
No, this is the right call.
Oh, no, 400 gets him bronze. Yeah, so 228's the right call for him. All right, this is interesting. We're down to our final 2 attempts, and I apologize. So he is absolutely in this, as is Michalski. Michalski must make this to move into third and force the Korean's hand. This is a battle for bronze. Gold and silver is decided.
Uh-oh.
No. That would have been great if he would have pulled that off. As it was, a gutsy effort. But Arkadiusz Michalski will be credited with 173, 220, 393. And now, So Hyuk of Korea is the owner of the final attempt of this competition.
And this
228 kilos. This will
puts
move
him into the bronze position
in total.
And he's guaranteed the medal in the clean and jerk.
And with that, he will finish just off the podium in fourth. with 394 kilos.
Well, you know, in any competition, you want to put yourself in a position to medal with your last clean and jerk, and these athletes, many of them did that,
including Ali Hashemi, who went and took what he felt he needed to do or that he could do and did it, and his 404 held up. That was a nerve-wracking endeavor to have to watch that in the back.
Yes.
And Ivan Efremov sort of did the same thing, right? And it held up at 399 for him. It could have gone south for either of them, you know, with a few made lifts there at the end. But Ali Hashemi, on all three of his clean and jerks, really battled through. The 215 miss on his second, 221 miss, I'm sorry, on his second was still a great effort, and then he came back and just blasted it. So that was fun to watch. And, you know, this was one where I think you opened it by saying the lifter who makes more lifts will win, and really only 4 in this group made more than 1 clean and jerk. So there's 13 of them here. So that means 11 guys. 10 guys only made 1, and 1 bombed out.
It's an odd session. This whole weight class.
The feel, everything about it, yeah, just. But that's the fun of competition, right? Like, you can't predict this. You can't plan for this. You can't. You just got to go.
Right.
And at the end of the day, when pushed to the limit, Efremov delivered with that 217, and Hashemi delivered with that 221, and Plesniak's delivered with the 222. All off of misses. Each one of them missed their second attempt. So here's David Arroyo of Ecuador in his bronze medal winning snatch of 181 kilos from the B session. This was how the first session this morning ended. And now here are your results in the clean and jerk. And this does include some of the lifters from the B. One of them you see there in 9th, 211. From the lifter from Spain, Marcos Ruiz. He was 5 for 6 overall. He had a great day. And a lot of red on that screen.
Yeah.
And here are the totals for the men's 105 kilo category. Wes Kitts down there in 10th, and it really is too bad he got that turned down, because 8th place is sort of an important marker for Team USA and its athletes. There's some funding tied to that position, so unfortunately for Wes,